Pilates Punx full body mat workout. Today we're going to be using some light hand weights if you have them, but if you don't have any, grab some cans from the kitchen or fill some water bottles up with water. Or if we really are working with nothing but our own body weight, that's okay because we can make our own resistance all by ourselves. So without further ado, I'm going to set our timer so we get our full 25 minutes in, and let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and lay down on our mat. We want to have our knees bent and feet hip bone distance apart. Arms are long by the side. Relax your shoulders into the mat. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale out all of the breath we just took in. Again, big inhale in through the nose, fill the lungs up completely with air, and exhale, sink the navel to spine. Again, nice deep inhale, drawing out to the sides of the ribs, filling up the upper back. Exhale, rib cage knits a little bit closer together as we sink that navel point back. You want to make sure your lower back is not arching as we inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, the arm goes up and over. Inhale, round down one vertebrae at a time. When your tailbone lengthens to the mat, we can exhale, draw the arms down. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, arms go up and over. Arms keep reaching back as we round down one vertebrae at a time. When your tailbone lengthens, exhale, draw the arms back down. Again, when we lift up, make sure your back is long and you're not overarching. Arms reach back. We keep the arms reaching as we round down. We feel that two-way stretch, and then we draw the arms down. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, arms. Inhale, slowly peel it down one vertebrae at a time. When our tailbone hits the mat, we exhale and draw the arms back down. One more. Hips lift up. Exhale with the arms. Inhale, slowly rounding down one vertebrae at a time. When the tailbone hits the mat, then we exhale and draw our arms back down. From here, we are going to make our way to our hands and knees. Hands go under the shoulders, our knees go underneath the hips. On our inhale, we're going to scoop our abs in and up, drop the head between the arms, round into a cat position, exhale back to our neutral spine. Again, inhale, looking at your navel point, and exhale back to neutral, looking at the mat. Inhale, rounding that spine, filling up the thoracic spine, and exhale back to neutral. Again, inhale, scoop those abs in and up. Exhale back to our neutral position, nice long spine. One more, inhale, scoop those abs in and up. Exhale back to neutral. Hold our neutral spine, reach the right arm forward and left leg back. And then lower the hand, lower the knee. Find your balance, left arm, right leg. And lower the hand, lower the knee. Again, inhale as we reach long, right arm, left leg. Exhale as we lower. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale as we lower. Again, right arm, left leg, find your balance, reach it long. Exhale it down, left arm, right leg, finding your balance, reaching nice and long. And lower the hand, lower the knee, and then sink the glutes back to the heels for a child's pose. Big inhale and exhale, round up one vertebrae at a time, neck and head to the last to come up. We can lay on your back for our hundreds. Laying down, we're going to go ahead and lift our legs to tabletop. Arms are long by the side. Our knees are over the hips. Ankles are in line with the knees. Take a nice big inhale. On your exhale, round up. Extend the legs long, heels together, toes apart, and start pumping your arms for our hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's too much to have your legs long, take your legs back to tabletop. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your gaze at your navel point. We have a little fold at the base of the rib cage. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping that chest lifted. You want to sink that navel to spine deeper. We're really firing up those abs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep breathing through that. Keep that zip of those inner thighs. Round that chest a little higher. Bend your legs to tabletop. Relax the neck and head. Lower your feet down to the mat. So we're going to do our roll-ups here. We can keep those feet planted for our modified roll-up. We round our way up. We can also walk your hands up the backs of the legs for a little bit of help. Rounding up, sit tall, and then we find our C curve and round down. So we can do this version. It is quite challenging, but if you're up for more of a challenge, extend your legs long, heels together, toes apart, reach your arms in line with your ears, and your feet stay down. We will round up and reach up and over towards your feet. Keep the arms in line with your ears as you round down. Now, as you're doing your roll-ups and roll-downs, if you are keeping the knees bent and feet planted and the feet are trying to lift, you might slide the feet a little further ahead of you. And I want you to make sure that when you round up, if your legs are long, you're not collapsing onto your legs. You're scooping in and up so we get that connection in that C curve the whole time. Relax those shoulders down. Again, inhale, chin towards chest. We round our way all the way up, reaching forward. Get that scoop of the belly and slowly, slowly, slowly round right back down. Again, inhale, chin towards chest. Keep those feet planted. Scooping the abs in and up, rib cage reaches up and over the hips. Keep those shoulders gliding down, round down, one vertebrae at a time. Your neck and head are the last thing to come back. We can lengthen the legs on the mat and lengthen the arms by your side. Feet are hip distance apart, and then we're going to lift the right leg up to the ceiling. And we want to straighten that leg out, take your heel towards the midline, and we are going to go across the body, back in line with the hip, and lift. So we have external rotation. Inhale across, back in line with the hip, and lift. Make sure your right hip is not lifting up off of your mat. Don't go quite as far to the left if you feel it lifting. Again, inhale across the body, back in line with the hip. We lift straight up, and then you can reverse straight down, across, and back around. Again, inhale down, exhale up and around. You've got 3 more, reaching long out of that hip socket. And 2, heel towards the midline, toe facing out. 1 more, inhale down, exhale across and back around. And then you can lengthen your right leg on the mat in line with the hip bones, and then the left leg goes up, taking your heel towards the midline and toe facing out. Nice long leg. Inhale across your body, back in line with your hip, and exhale up. Make sure your left hip is not lifting. If you feel your hip lifting, don't go quite as far to the right. Again, inhale across your body, back in line with your hip. You exhale straight up. 1 more. Inhale across the body, back in line with the hip. We lift and reverse straight down. We go across the body and back up. Again, inhale it down, exhale up and around. We're here for 3 more. Sinking that navel to spine. Last 2. Exhale up and around. 1 more. Inhale it down, exhale up and back around. And we can lower our leg back down, planting both feet with bent knees, and we will round our way up, make it a nice and active roll up. So chin towards chest, peel your way all the way up and sit tall. We are going to set up for rolling like a ball. So we hang onto our ankles with our heels together, knees are as wide as the shoulders, and we rock back and then we draw forward. We want to rock back and scoop the abs in and up to draw forward. Keep the heels very close to the tush. As we're doing this work, you can't quite catch it. You can rock backwards and then open up through the chest, and then you can go back to your C curve and rock back once again. If it's too much, we can also throw our weight off a little scoop and then come back up, or you can just do our regular version. I want you to really feel that connection into the abs. It's not just momentum, and make sure you don't go up onto the shoulders and into the neck. Again, we get that scoop of the belly, rocking back, scoop those abs in and up. Again, rocking back and draw back up. Then we can lower our feet down. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to laying on one of our sides. So to start off, our back is lined up at the edge of the mat and our legs go to the front corner of our mat. Our hips are stacked and our top hand is a kickstand. We're gonna float our top leg up to hip height. Inhale, sweep the leg forward, and exhale, sweep it back. Get that squeeze and lift under your cheek. Inhale, sweep it forward, and exhale, sweep it back. And just keep going here. I want you to make sure that as you do your work, you are not rocking backwards off of your stabilizing hip. Again, inhale it forward and exhale it back. Keep that leg at hip height. Get that squeeze and lift under your cheek. Inhale forward, exhale it back. Leg stays at hip height. Make sure you're not lifting higher or dropping lower. Inhale that sweep forward, exhale, draw it back. Relax that shoulder. Inhale forward and exhale, sweep it back. And our legs line up, point through that toe. We're gonna draw circles the size of a fit ball or a cake plate, reaching long out of that hip socket. Reaching long, circling that leg, squeezing our glutes, and let's reverse it. Same size, breathing through our work. We feel that gluteus medius firing up, circling that leg out, relaxing our shoulders here, and we can lower it down. We're gonna point the foot, inhale, lift, flex, and lower. Point, inhale, lift, flex, lengthen, and lower. Reaching long out of our hip socket, extending that leg as much as we can. We point, inhale, lift, we flex, exhale, and lower. One more, point to lift and flex to lower. One more, point, inhale, lift, flex, exhale, lower. We're gonna flex, lift it up, point, lengthen, and lower. Again, flex, lift as high as you can without rounding back, point, lower all the way to the other leg. Flex, lift it up, point, lengthen, and lower. Inhale on our lift, exhale on our lower. Flex up, point, and lower all the way back down. Flex to lift and point to lower. We're gonna relax that leg, pull the legs to tabletop, and from here, we are floating our top leg up to hip height and then lifting it higher, lowering back to hip height. So we're lifting that leg while we keep our tabletop bent. Lift, squeeze your glutes, lower and hover at hip height. Again, lift, squeeze the cheeks, and lower to hover. As you're doing this work, I want you to make sure you're not rolling backwards off of your stabilizing hip. We have our hips stacked. I'm gonna make sure that we have a navel to spine connection. Again, inhale, lift, squeeze the glutes, lower down, hover at hip height. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. We're gonna draw donut-sized circles with our knee. So we're reaching long out of our hip socket, straight through that knee, squeezing our glutes here, breathing through our work. Little circles, reverse the direction of your circles. Little circles, still donut-sized circles, breathing through our work, circling it about, squeezing our glutes, and lower down. Punch out that glute if you need. Keep the heels. Last thing with the knee lifting up and lowering here for our clams. We want to keep our heels glued together. We want to make sure that we are lifting that leg nice and high, squeezing the glutes, and then we squeeze those inner thighs when the legs touch. Make sure you get your full range of motion and your heels don't separate. We lift it up high and lower. And now we are going to come into a kneeling side plank position with your elbow under your shoulder. Get that length in your spine, top hand is on your hip, then extend your top leg, and we laterally lift and lower that top leg while we hold our side plank. Get that lift out of that bottom oblique, feel that top glute working, lift and lower, breathe through that work, and we can lower the leg back down. Punch out that glute. Let's lay on our stomach. Hands under the forehead, legs are long, heels together, toes apart. Lift those legs to float over the mat and click those heels together in and out. Beating those heels, click those heels, squeeze those glutes. Keep that pelvis pressing into your mat and relax the legs down. We are gonna go ahead and come up and flip sides. So we start off laying down with our head propped up. We wanna line our back up with the edge of the mat. And then our legs are gonna go long to that front corner. I'm gonna float our top leg up to hip bone height. Our top hand is a kickstand. And then we inhale, sweep the leg forward. We exhale, sweep it back behind the other leg. Again, inhale, leg sweeps forward, and we exhale, sweep it back. As we're here, our leg stays at hip height. It should not lift higher or drop down lower towards our midline. Sweeping it forward, get that squeeze and lift under our cheek as we sweep it back. Inhaling forward and exhale it back. We've got long legs here. Make sure you're not wobbling back and forth off of your stabilizing hip. We're going to keep that leg at hip height. Inhaling forward, exhale, draw it back. Again, inhale, sweep forward, exhale, sweep back. Get that squeeze and lift under our cheek. Holding the legs in line, we draw our circles. Smaller circles the size of a football, reaching long through our toes, squeezing our cheeks here. Breathing, we're going to reverse our direction. Keep circling that leg and squeezing those glutes. Keep breathing here. Little circles, lower your leg back down. Point the foot, lift it up, and we flex to lower. We point, inhale, lift, we flex, lengthen, and lower. Reaching long out of our hip socket, pointing up and flexing down. Again, inhale to lift and exhale to lower. Lift as high as you can without rolling back. Lower all the way to the other leg. We flex the foot now on the way up, and we point, lengthen, and lower. We flex, inhale, lift, you point, lengthen, and lower. Reaching long out of the hip socket, flex up, point down. Again, flex, inhale, lift, point, lengthen, and lower all the way. From here, we have one more, flex up, point down, and then we pull the legs into our tabletop. Our knees are right in line with our hips, ankle right under the knee, float the top leg up, open it up to the ceiling and lower, pausing at hip height. Lift, squeeze the glutes, and lower to hover. Keep that ankle, shin, and knee in one straight line, making sure we're not rolling backwards off of our stabilizing hip. We lift, squeeze the cheeks, and we lower to our hover. Lift, squeeze, and lower to our hover. Breathing through our work, make sure you're not rolling backwards with that stabilizing hip in place. Don't roll back onto that glute. If you feel that you are, don't lift quite so high. We lift, squeeze, lower, and hover. Holding that hover, circle that knee at the size of a donut at hip height. Little circles here, breathing through our work, letting that femur bone move in our hip socket. Let's reverse the direction of our circles, squeezing our cheeks. Keep breathing through our work. Little circles, keep going, squeezing those glutes. Keep breathing, lower that leg down. Keep the heels together. We're lifting our knee up and lowering, squeeze the inner thighs. Lift that knee, squeeze the glutes, lower down, squeeze the thighs. And just keep going, lifting and lowering that leg. Lift, squeeze, and lower, squeeze. Lifting and lowering, breathing through your work. Lift that knee up and lower down. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to our elbow and forearm, getting ready for our side plank from the knees. You're in a straight line, and then we extend that top leg long, and we lift and lower that top leg. Reach long out of that hip. Lift, squeeze, and lower to our hover. Little pulses up a few inches and down, and we lower all the way back down. We made it through our side lying series. Let's go ahead and lay down on our back. We can do a figure 4 stretch, left ankle over the right knee, and then switch right ankle over the left knee. And then from here, we are going to lengthen both legs long, and we are reaching our arms up over our shoulders, heels together, toes apart. Get ready for your teasers. Nice big inhale, and exhale. We're gonna lift the torso and the legs. Find your balance up on your sit bones. Open up through the chest. Hold it here. Float your arms up, lower your torso and legs back down at the same rate with control. Again, chin towards chest. We're lifting the chest and the legs at the same time, lifting up. You can always pull the legs to tabletop if this is too much. Lift your arms up and lower back down. We have one more. Chin towards chest. We're gonna be lifting up, finding our teaser here, breathing through our work, keeping that chest nice and open. Lift the arms up and lower back down with control. We're gonna plant our feet for one more roll up with the feet staying planted, chin towards chest. We round our way up, and then we are going to sit with our legs crisscrossed with weights in our hands if you have weights. So as we're here, we want to sit up nice and tall. We want to get as much of that length out of the hips as we can, and we reach the arms forward like we're hugging a big tree, and we open the arms up with resistance. Your elbows are lower than the shoulders. Your wrists are slightly lower than the elbows. Make sure you're drawing those shoulders down and back and engaging the lats at the base of your shoulder blades. We want to keep the length in your spine. Exhaling the arms forward, inhale to float them open. Again, exhale, arms draw forward, and we inhale to open up. Exhale it in, inhale to open. Growing even taller, relax those shoulders. Keep that resistance for yourself in both directions here. Let's relax the arms. We're gonna bend the arms to a 90-degree bend. Hands are reaching up towards the ceiling. We're gonna reach the arms forward and then bend the elbows, graze by your side as we come back in. Like you're serving a tray, and take it away. I want you to make sure you are not letting your chest move forward with your arms. We sweep the arms forward and then draw back by our side. Again, arms go forward and we draw back into the side. We're gonna reach our arms forward, hold them long, circle your arms up at eyebrow height, about the size of a cake plate. Keep circling those arms, breathing through your work here. Let's reverse our circles, relax those shoulders down, keep breathing through our work here. Little circles, and we can relax those arms. We, from here, are setting one of the weights away, and then the right hand has the weight. We bend the arm to 90 degrees and we side bend up and over to the left. Use your right oblique to come back and then lengthen the arm out. Again, bend that arm, reach up and over with the body, restack to the center and lengthen your arm out. We have 3 more. I want you to get that arm work in and then the side bend, return to center, and then lengthen the arm. Again, we have 1 more. We curl the arm up, we side bend up and over, we draw back, and we lengthen the arm out. We're gonna switch hands, and we lengthen the arm, we curl it up, we side bend up and over, we connect into our oblique to come back, and we lengthen the arm out. Again, we curl it up, we side bend up and over, our oblique draws us back, and we lengthen the arm. We have 3 more. Side bending up and over, connect into our oblique, and we lengthen out. 2 more. Curl it up, side bend up and over. Use your left oblique to draw back and lengthen the arm out. 1 more. Curl it up, side bend. Use that oblique to come back and lengthen your arm out. We're going to take that weight with both hands, pitch forward from the hips, and we are shaving. Reach those arms forward and bend your elbows, graze the back of the head. We're extending and bending our arms. We want to keep that pitch forward from the hips. We want our rib cage knit. We want as much space between the hips and the rib cage as possible. Lengthening the arms out and bending those elbows wide. Get that squeeze through the back of the arm. Lengthen. We bend halfway in. We pulse 1 inch forward and 1 inch back. We can go ahead and lengthen the arms and lower down all the way. Let's get that weight out of our way here. And then we are going to sit with our legs long. Our feet are hip bone distance apart. Sitting tall, our arms reach forward, feet are flexed. Scoop the abs in and up to forward fold, and then we restack and sit tall. Again, reaching forward, rib cage reaches up and over the hips, and we restack, grow taller. Again, scoop and reach, and we restack, sit tall, relax the shoulders. Keep those feet flexed, scoop our abs in and up, and restack, grow taller. I want you to keep that rib cage reaching up and over the hips so we're not collapsing on ourselves. We take our arms out to the side, feet are as wide as the mat. We twist to the right and forward fold, untwist to center. Twist from above the hips to the left, forward fold, and untwist. Twist from above the hips, so you want to make sure your hips are not pulling back. And to the left, grow taller. Inhale, twist to the right. Let's get that forward fold and that sawing movement. Exhale to center. And inhale, twist to the left. Let's get that forward fold and exhale to center. We can relax our arms, and then we're going to make our way to laying back down on our back. Pull the right knee into the chest. Outside hand to the ankle, inside hand to the knee. Lift up through the chest, left leg goes long, big inhale. Exhale, switch legs. Point those feet. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, right leg, and exhale, switch. Keep your gaze at your navel point. Right leg pulls in, then left. 1 more each leg, and then we're going to keep the chest lifted. 2 knees in, hands on the shins, chest is up, arms reach long, legs go forward, exhale it in. Heels together, toes apart as your legs draw forward, back to parallel as you hug the knees in. Inhale, reach long, exhale, navel to spine to draw you in. 2 more, inhale, reach, exhale it in. 1 more, inhale, reach, exhale it in. Right leg up to the ceiling, grab as high towards your ankle as you can, left leg goes low. 2 long legs, and switch to the left. Inhale, right, and exhale left. Point those feet. Inhale, reaching long out of the hips. Exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Chest stays up. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, left leg. And 2 legs up, hands behind the neck and head. Lower 2 legs down and exhale to lift. Make sure your lower back doesn't arch and exhale, lift it up. Inhale, lengthen and lower. Exhale, navel to spine to lift. Reach long out of your hips. Sink that navel point back. Heels together, toes apart. Inhale to lower and exhale, lift it back up. Right knee in, twist to the right knee and switch to the left. We go up and over to the right for our crisscross to the left. Keep your hips anchored and make sure that you're not rolling to the side. Up and over to the right, switch to the left. 1 more each way. Hold on our last one. Breathe through it. Switch to the left. Hold on that last one. Breathe through it. And we can relax. You can give your knees a little hug and rock side to side, taking a little release off of our lower back. Plant your feet and chin towards chest. We round our way up all the way. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's stand up on our mat. We're going to stand up with our heels together, toes apart, chin towards chest, rounding down 1 vertebrae at a time. Let your legs be long, so if you can't quite touch the mat, that's okay. Just don't bend the knees. Round up so your hands clear the mat. Look at your navel point, head is heavy. Loose circles with our arms here. Breathing through our work. Loose pendulum circles. And we will reverse. Breathing through our work. Nice circles here. Keep breathing. Our neck and head are heavy. We can draw our arms to a stop. Shake the head no. Nod the head yes. Draw the neck to a stop. We slowly round our way up 1 vertebrae at a time. Your neck and head are the final thing to come up. When we stand tall, we want to shrug those shoulders up and round them back for 3, 2, and 1. We reverse, shrugging forward for 3. Nice loose shoulders, 2, and 1. Relax those shoulders. We're coming down to the mat for a mermaid stretch. Last thing here. We're gonna bend our left knee so the shin lines the front edge of the mat, right knee draws. We reach up and over to our left side, and we're gonna interlace the right arm under the left for this big twist. Come back to center, and then we switch the legs so your right shin is forward, left knee touches that foot, and we reach up and over to the right. We slide across the mat, and then we twist that left arm underneath the right. Nice twist in that spine. And we untwist, come back up, and we made it through. Relax those arms.
And that is it. We made it through our 25-minute workout. Great job to you guys. If you like what you see and you want to help out Pilates Punx, please feel free to donate. Any amount helps. Our Venmo is @Pilates Punx. We give you these free workouts every week. And if you're looking to add any weights or props that we tend to use in these workouts to your workout, check out pilatespunx.com and go to the video add-ons page. I will catch you guys next time. Great job.